Tea Time with Mr. Parrish, der Podcast mit Brian Parrish und Sören Rodenberg.
Willkommen zur zweiten Episode von Tea Time with Mr. Parrish. Und letzte Woche sind wir aus unserem Produktionsschatten erstmalig herausgekommen. Und heute präsentieren wir euch die Folge zu dem Titeltrack des neuen Albums von Brian Parrish, das da heißt Shadow Man. Und ich habe ihn hier, den Keith Richards von Bob Swede.
Keith Richards? Mein Gott. Leute, hallo. Ja, und jetzt können wir bestätigen nochmal, wie schlimm mein Deutsch ist. So maybe I'll do something in English. Yeah, Shadow Man was the first song that we recorded in 2019 for this album, which I thought would take 6 months or so. But after the corona thing and lockdown, and we couldn't get the musicians in the studio together, my wife got ill and ist gestorben. Und, also unglaublich, aber es hat 3 years it took to do this. But anyway, Shadow Man still sounds fresh to me.
Yeah, and we're excited to hear it at the end of the episode.
Talk of the Town.
Ja, in den letzten Tagen war ich damit beschäftigt, unsere erste Folge zu veröffentlichen und zu produzieren. And what have you been up to the last couple of days, Brian?
Okay, now we're in my comfortable language.
Yeah.
my old Hausschuhe. English. Or we're usually doing it in Denglish, which is our sort of schizophrene. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, what I've been up to is I'm arranging a press event for the album, which will be out soon. The press event will be on the 25th of April in Worpswede, and in June, we're doing the full album live on stage in the music hall Worpswede. So between organising that with the musicians, I'm also talking to press people and so on. I mean, I'm doing a lot. And I'm writing a small book too.
Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah, I had to organize some gigs too, because recently we just had a booking from the Oktoberfest in Munich. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Ja, let's see if it's great. We're just planning to do it. Also wir haben eine Anfrage mit meiner Band Modern Walking bekommen, das Oktoberfest in München tatsächlich fürs Käferzelt zu spielen. Mal gucken, was dabei rumkommt. Ja, und bei mir war es auch so, dass ich die letzten Tage relativ viel unterwegs war. Ich habe letzte Woche Freitag in Hamburg gespielt für den TV-Koch Steffen Hensler. Und am vergangenen Donnerstag war ich auf einer Veranstaltung mit 850 Damen. I played in front of 850 women.
That's even a lot for me. Auf einmal.
Yeah, but it was a good gig. And a day after it, we had a wedding party. And it was totally crazy because at this wedding party, there was a wedding tattoo studio. But the tattoo was planned for the guests. So you had 6 motifs you can choose from, and the tattooer would do it directly on the evening. Also der Tätowierer hat tatsächlich an dem Abend die Möglichkeit gegeben, zu tätowieren. Und man konnte aus 6 Motiven wählen. And the 6th motive, das 6. Motiv, was an escape button.
The ejector seat, maybe.
Yeah. I thought that was really, really funny.
Storyteller Mr. Parrish.
One of the guitars I use a lot is a gold sparkle Fender Stratocaster, which was a present from a dear friend. And this gold sparkle Stratocaster came actually from the guitarist in Alice Cooper's band.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's a lovely story about when the Sex Pistols went to see Alice Cooper. They were there, they were really excited to see Alice Cooper, so they're all sitting there in the front row.
Okay, so you're talking about which year?
Oh, it's the 70s.
Okay, maybe
or the late 70s.
the late 70s.
Yeah.
The Sex Pistols came up maybe in 76, 77, something like that.
Yeah, they were, punky and everything else, and they didn't like the prog rock people or the funky people and everything. So Alice Cooper seemed like a perfect choice for them. Now, Alice used to come out, and as part of his act, he had a big snake, a große Schlange, big python or something. And for this gig, the snake was not well. It was a bit sick.
Oh.
And he didn't want to, he actually loved the snake. He wanted to take care of it. He said, I don't know if we should use it. He doesn't look well. Everybody said, no, it'll be all right. So they came on and they'd started to do their songs. School's out forever, and all this stuff. And Alice is making all the faces and everything. And then he lifts the snake up, this huge snake, over his head. Right? Sex Pistols sitting there. Suddenly the snake doesn't feel well, and it was sick. It had gekotzt. The snake, green stuff coming.
It throw up.
Like a scene from The Exorcist. Suddenly the snake went. The Sex Pistols were clapping and screaming and shit. They thought this was wonderful. And then people started coming on the stage with a bucket and Eimer and hot water to clear it up, And then the snake did it again. It was chaos.
What a great show.
Yeah, and at the end of the show, the Sex Pistols went back to see Alice, and they said, that was the most fantastic show we've ever seen. How do you get the snake to do that every night? That's the true story.
Advertise Advocates.
Die heutige Folge wird präsentiert von der Traukünstlerin Julia F. Häufele, begleitet mit Empathie und Persönlichkeit als freie Rednerin, Trauung, Kinderwillkommensfeste und Beerdigungen. Schaut mal rein auf www.die-traukünstlerin.de, Künstlerin mit UE geschrieben, oder schaut mal rein auf Instagram. Schöne Impressionen, es lohnt sich.
Song from the Shadow Man.
I had this idea about fear. That's the subject of the song. And I thought, what if fear is not just the fear of the Finanzamt, or the fear of what will happen in Ukraine, or fear of vampiren, or fear of the things that happen in your dreams, or your fear, or your fear, musicians, your fear of your wife finding out how much your guitars really cost. But what if fear was just a character, like a stalker inside you?
Yeah.
That was my idea. And the fear, you don't know it's there. It's with you every breath you've ever taken. That fear is there, and then it attaches itself to things. Yeah. There's one line in the song which says, "I'm in your dreams and I wait for you." Yeah. And there's a film in the 60s from Alfred Hitchcock called Psycho. And everybody remembers the scary scene where the murderer is knifing a woman in the shower. It's unforgettable. It was terrible music. So I started with these notes. I've got a guitar in my hand here. I'm going to show you. It went...
That really sounds like the Finanzamt.
I have to say, we did a video for it, which you can see soon. It's coming out. At the end of the video, it says the opposite of fear is love, or the antidote for fear is love. And it's important to say that because there's nothing loving in the song. It's the only thing I've ever done. I tried to be unmusical, unruhig. Unruhig it's not. You're never really secure. It's an insecure song.
Yeah, but at this point, I guess, a whole album more comes to it, because you at an album you've got the chance to relate to this fear song with another song. Maybe that's the sense of an album for me.
But this song was already written before the pandemic, and I did it, And I thought, oh, this is good. And the very next thing I did was a Latin song, a kind of really groove, like Santana or something. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, okay, well, I've got a balance. I'm not only doing dark things. But as I said, I let this song be dark, and it's good. It's like we talked about Alice Cooper before.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really took it seriously, but it was like a horror thing.
Yeah.
And everybody said, oh, it's showbiz. That's what he's doing, So although this is a serious theme, I wanted to suggest that if we knew that this fear thing was inside us, we could do something about it. And I can say to you now that if you've got fear and stuff, you want to reinforce the love in your life. Talk to the people you care about. Tell them you love them. You need to. It's like a bank account. If it's only fear, that it's in minus. It's in the red all the time. But I think the real purpose of living is to try and love each other and care about each other. So, welcome to the title song of of the album. Everything else is about love. This is the only dark one on there, but boy, is it dark.
Yeah. Wir hören rein, sind gespannt und am Ende des Songs gibt es noch einen Hinweis darauf, was euch in der nächsten Folge erwartet.
Shadow Man.
You'll never win. There is no escape. I have control. I am part of you, dark and cold. In the corner of your soul, Shadow Man makes his home. I am in your dreams, and I wait for you. I like to watch the things you do. Shadow Man, I'm a shadow man. Shadow Man.
Time with Mr. Parrish, der Podcast mit Brian Parrish und Sören Rodenberg.
In der nächsten Folge von Tea Time with Mr. Parrish könnt ihr eure Tanzschuhe mitbringen. Wir haben einen Song mit einem schönen Latin Groove, den wir euch vorstellen, und wir sprechen darüber, was gut für uns ist. Es gibt unter anderem eine Story von Brian mit Queen. Wir sind gespannt. Bis dahin.
What's good for you, it's called.
Woo!